Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Devil Exxon. Today we're diving into a full Wonder Contest battle, Server 34 versus Server 05. In this video, you're not just watching a match. You're going to understand how Wonder Contest works, what actually decides victory, how scoring functions, what rewards are at stake, and why this mode is one of the most competitive events in Age of Empires mobile. Wonder Contest is a time-limited cross-server event where two servers compete for control of the central structure known as the Wonder. The objective is simple in theory: control the Wonder and accumulate more points than your opponent before the timer runs out. But in reality, this mode is all about discipline, coordination, and objective focus. At the start of every Wonder Contest, both servers move quickly to establish early positioning. The opening minutes are extremely important because early control builds momentum. However, strong servers understand that reckless aggression can backfire. The goal is not random fighting, it is structured positioning around the objective. Points are primarily earned by controlling the Wonder. The longer your server holds it, the more points are generated over time. Some surrounding structures may provide additional strategic advantages, but the Wonder remains the core objective. Continuous control matters far more than short bursts of capture. If you take the Wonder but cannot hold it, the scoreboard will not favor you. As the match progresses, pressure naturally builds around the Wonder zone. This is where coordination becomes critical. Reinforcement timing, map awareness, and communication between players determine whether control is stable or temporary. Strong servers do not panic under pressure. They maintain structure, reinforce consistently, and keep their focus on the objective instead of getting distracted by unnecessary fights away from the Wonder. The scoring system rewards consistency. Every second of control adds up. A small early lead can slowly expand into a significant score gap if it is maintained properly. And once a gap forms, the opposing server is often forced into more aggressive plays to try to recover. That is where discipline makes the difference. The server that stays calm, plays with the timer in mind, and avoids overextending usually maintains the advantage. Mid-game is typically the turning point in Wonder Contest. This is when both servers test each other's stability. Attempts to retake control become more frequent. Momentum can shift quickly if one side loses focus, but the most important thing to remember in this mode is simple. Holding the objective wins matches. Not chasing, not overcommitting, not ego plays. Just structured, steady control. As the match moves toward the final phase, every decision becomes amplified. The timer becomes just as important as positioning. If a server is behind on points, they must increase pressure. If a server is leading, they must avoid unnecessary risks and maintain control. Scoreboard awareness at this stage is crucial. When the timer reaches its final minutes, the psychological element becomes very real. A visible lead creates urgency for one side and responsibility for the other. The server that keeps its composure, continues reinforcing properly, and refuses to abandon the objective usually closes the match successfully. Now let's talk about why Wonder Contest matters beyond just the match itself. This mode offers significant rewards. Depending on the event cycle, players can earn valuable resource packages, speed-ups, ranking rewards, and server recognition. Winning also builds prestige for the server and strengthens alliance morale. In competitive environments, reputation matters. A strong performance in Wonder Contest sends a message across servers. At its core, Wonder Contest is not about individual performance. It is about teamwork, timing, and discipline. The 5 things that consistently decide victory are objective focus, reinforcement stability, communication, timing awareness, and score management. Servers that master these fundamentals consistently outperform those relying on random aggression. And when the clock finally runs out, the scoreboard tells the story. The server that managed control better from start to finish secures the victory. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more competitive analysis, strategic insights, and high-level Age of Empires mobile content, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next battle. Drop a comment below and let me know how your server is performing in Wonder Contest this season. Thank you for watching. This is Devil Exxon, and I'll see you in the next war.